Hello, hello, Chi Time Live. We're here for some more truth speaking with a very dear friend, somebody I've known for a long, long time. Sharon King is here with us. Sharon is an author and a creatrix. I'm going to call you a creatrix, Sharon, because you create magic wherever you go, but a deep, profound magic surrounds you. So welcome indeed to Chi Time.
Thank you, Clara. I like that, a creatrix. I'm going to steal that.
No, yeah. You can have it. Give it to you. Yes. Yes. Now, you're an author. You've written this amazing book, which is Heal Your Birth, Heal Your Life. You're also being part of the Matrix Reimprinting, we can say collective or intelligence indeed. And
Matrix.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
Matrix.
Matrix. Yeah. Matrix. Matrix. Yes.
Matrix.
And we met doing color mirrors. So color therapy is very much at the core of how we connect, and also Chi. I know that you're a Qigong lover as well. So, and you've worked with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and now you're into what's happening with the Soma Breath crew. So, there's so much that we could speak with you here on Chi Time today. But what I think we agreed was a really good way to go is around Chi Time being around truth speaks and trusting the truth of your heart, is that coming to the intelligence of the heart field. And I would love for you to just start off with, what do we mean by heart intelligence?
Wow, God, that's a question that. So many of us refer to our gut instinct. What does our gut instinct tell us to do? And I'm going to quote Dr. Joe Dispenza here. And what he's saying is that our gut is basically running in survival. It's all about survival. So your gut could be telling you the right way to go or the best thing to do, but it's probably telling you the safest thing to do. And sometimes, as we both know, being pioneers, we don't like the safe route isn't always the right route to go. So what we need to learn to do is to tune into our higher intelligence, our intuitive knowing that is more heart-centered. We don't want to be led by our gut, that sometimes is fear-based. We want to be led by our heart, which is love-based and kindness-based and compassion-based, and just feeling the gratitude for life and making a decision from that point, coming into the heart, learning how to come into the heart and listen and work with the heart, tune into the guidance of the heart. But also our beloved heart, sometimes and quite often we close it down because our heart has been hurt. We have our heart pains where we've been hurt in the past. And the work that I do is I often find that babies in the womb learn to close down their hearts because mum's heart isn't open. So it's like, okay, this is the way to be. We have to close everything down. And it takes us a lot of therapy or a long time to actually be able to open our hearts. And sometimes the right person comes along and helps us to do that. Sometimes the right therapy comes along and helps us to do that. Sometimes the right meditation or breath work or color or experience helps us to do that.
Great answer. So it is that that the intelligence seems to me it's in multi dimensions. So yes. there's the physical of, you can get very close down physically around, you don't move your body very much, and so your heart chakras sort of shut in, and you just because I know with some qigong moves we do, they're very much around the bird movements, the white crane, that opening and closing, or the where you're actually getting the physicality to move to help to open. But then you've got this energetic component of how you're feeling through past experiences. And that thing about you have to be responsible for how we feel, because if we're carrying a baby inside, that baby is going to be picking up the resonance of the mother, and although it is in a protected space, it's still going to be protected and picking up those frequencies of fear. And so how do we how do we monitor this? Because we want to be true to ourselves, because as we, you know, life is a gamut of different experiences, isn't it? And the heart, it kind of breathes, doesn't it? It opens when it feels safe, and it just gently closes back down when it's time to sort of come in. But then it opens again. So there's this freedom of almost like the breath. Do you say that the heart could open and relax a bit like the breath does?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I think that's the beauty of, you know, learning and teaching the breath work now, is that we are, we're actually using, because a lot of people, when they're in stress, when they're feeling unsafe in the world, we very shallow chest breathe. And what we're doing with the Soma Breathwork, for instance, is we're learning to breathe from our bellies. You know, do the I can never say that word, diaphragmatic breathing. So we're getting the whole of the whole body doing, you know, right down to the bottom of the lungs. And of course, the whole lungs are activating that heart energy as well. So the deeper we can breathe, the more open our hearts can become, the more intelligent information we can download from the divine or higher self, and the more beautiful, I say beautiful we feel, actually. Yes, that's a nice way of putting it. You do actually feel very beautiful doing that form of breath work. But what the most powerful thing that I found when I'm working with a client now, and it's interesting, you know, it's very true about the mother, how your mother's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, how she's feeling at the time when she's carrying you, or how you're feeling when you're carrying your baby, are totally recorded by the baby. That's natural. That's how the process is meant to happen, because the baby needs to develop in a way to survive, to be, you know, to survive best in the world it's coming into. So if it's in a safe world, then it will develop one way. If it's in a not safe world, it will develop another way. But and my work has been really focusing on connection with mother and bonding, going back to that critical time after birth, and redoing that bonding process if we didn't get to experience it the first time. And it makes massive difference. But what I've been discovering is that when you work with somebody and they go back and work with their baby self in utero, if you can get them connected to where they came from, to source energy, to open their heart, to open their third eye. And I'm doing all three areas, so the base, the heart, and the third eye, and get them connected back to source, lifting the veil. There's a meditation I've called, Soma meditation I did called Lifting the Veil, which people will be able to get, where you're literally remembering why you came here, because there is a veil that comes down. We forget why we come here. And when you remember, you feel safe in your remembrance. When you remember where you came from, when you reconnect back to source, you're safe. And then it's not so important how that relationship is with your mother, because you have everything you need. And that's not to say, you know, mothers aren't important. They absolutely are. But at the end of the day, to be able to reconnect with yourself, with your higher self, with your soul, with your heart, with your intuition, then that's sometimes all that people need.
Well, that feels to me like you're connecting in with these deeper truths of your existence, with your connection with the earth and your heart, and then spirit. The heart is the place in between,
Yeah.
where when you acknowledge that the earth is supporting you and is an incredible planet. I mean, the earth is a star, isn't she? You know, from a distance, it looks like we're actually on a star. And she reminded me of one of Karani's starlights called Remembrance. You know, remember who you are really. And then, yeah, everything else, and it falls into perspective. When you've got a center line of truth running through you, then everything can work around that and can orientate itself around that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So you're connected to earth, you're connected to yourself, and you're connected to where you came from, to the universal energy. Then you're totally in alignment. And then you're like a beautiful straight tree, you know, with your roots that go down, your branches that go up, and your trunk that is sturdy, and can withstand anything.
Yeah, which is that part of the whole Taoist thing around being like the bamboo that's deeply rooted, but then can wave in the breeze. But it's true. So it's looking at these salient truths that run through different teachings, and breath work is really key across all the yogas, mindfulness, qigong, Soma Breathwork, and all of that. And because it's physiologically, as humans, it's so integral to our existence. I mean, we can't do without our breath, our air, for more than a couple of minutes.
No, it's the first thing you do when you're born, and it's the last thing you do when you go.
Yes.
You know, you take the first breath in as you come out into the world, and then as you leave this world, you take that final breath out.
Or is it a breath in and you just don't release? Anyway, there's a reciprocation with the breath as well that I think is getting back to what the heart energy is about, in the and the giving and the receiving of the heart energy. You know, a lot of people would feel that it's much easier to give. I can give, but I find it difficult to receive. And but looking at the breath being, well, you can't keep breathing out, you need to be able to breathe in. It's the same thing. If you give out too much, you just get completely exhausted, and there's nothing to give, and your well is running dry. Have you got something you'd like to say about that?
Yes, and it affects us in every aspect of our life. So, you know, when we can receive love and we can give love, means that we can, it just affects everything. You know, one of the points of focus that I have in my work is money. Something as basic as money. If you've got an open heart and you can give and you can receive, then there's that natural flow there. But if you want to hoard it all and keep in your bank account, or you want to give it all away because, you know, you don't deserve to have money, then, you know, there's no flow. And as we know, everything needs to flow. You know, the in and the out breath, it needs to flow.
It does. And just read a book called Money is Love.
Yes, it is.
Come across that one. But it used to be considered connected to the divine, that the divine source of all abundance. And it's just got, capitalized, should we say?
Well, yes. Yes. But, you know, if you take away the actual concept of money and just look at it as a barter system.
Yes.
Then, you know, because that's how it developed. You know, I'll give you 2 coconuts for your crystal. You know?
Will you? Thank you. That'd be great.
Well,
Not lovely pair of coconuts. No, don't go there. But it's the value. It's exchanging things of value. And there's a lot being given out for free, particularly online, on internet, since the whole lockdown thing. People are getting free this and free that. And then it's like, well, how? And then people are getting used to having things for free, but then they don't necessarily engage with them if they haven't done some sort of exchange of value.
Exactly.
So it is coming back to what feels right, and that intelligence of the heart to guide us into trusting that. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you about is the yin and the yang qualities of the heart energy, because you mentioned sort of love and compassion and kindness. Absolutely. But what about that kind of yang heart energy of like standing up for what you really believe in, your truth, and you will fight for that?
Yes. That's the masculine and feminine balance. So that's how I see that. You know, the masculine energy is the doing, it's the action, it's the protector. Whereas the feminine energy is more gentle and it's more nurturing and is the receiver. But we have both energies within us. So there needs to be a balance of it. And there are times when we do need to stand up and be the protector. You know, right now is a really good time where I think you're going to see a lot more mothers and fathers going, but now this is serious because this is going to affect our children. And that mother and father, protector, loving, nurturing energy is just going to come more into the, you know, let's make some positive change here. Yes.
No, for sure. And that it's like when you speak from your heart, there's a trust of that truth, and there are times when you need to speak and it's not comfortable, it's going to rock the boat, it's going to trigger people.
Yes.
But I think that the time for soft soaping is gone. Small talk, what's that? Let's not do that anymore. It's speaking from your heart. The truth that wants to come through now is absolutely key, as you say.
Yeah, and the thing that I've noticed is, if you think back to March, when everything was just like at a heightened peak of fear. I mean, I was here in Thailand, where I am still right now, and to be able to make a decision was actually quite difficult, right? And thank God that I was here actually helping out on the Soma retreat, because we did Soma every day, all day. We did the breath work, you know, and it really helped us get out of here, get into our hearts, and make a heart-based decision on actually, how serious is this? What is the right decision for me? Should I stay or should I go now? You know, that song was like playing in my head, you know, should I stay in Thailand? Should I rush home? What should I do? And I just watched everybody cycle through that as well. You know, what should we do? And I'm sure it's the same, you know, whatever part of the world that you're in, everybody's been affected by this. So it's not, you know, our heart is not just trying to deal with how we're feeling, but it's also picking up on the collective as well. So, you know, there was a lot going on through our hearts and through our guts and through our head at that time. So, you know, being able to have tools to bring yourself back to balance, whatever it is, whether it's doing Qigong, whether it's doing breath work, meditation, whether it's doing yoga, or, you know, working with color, whatever. Yeah.
Sound. I was going to say song.
Sound healing. Yeah.
When this goes out on UK Health Radio, I will have played Tallulah Rendell's heart mantra, which is just, or the Heart Sutra from her mantra albums, because again, tuning into what does the body need. When you embody with movement, with breath, then sound can come through, and those harmonies, and it's so nourishing to let yourself do that. Drumming's another thing that is really good for clearing any residual angst and fear, because it's like you can recognize there is fear and anxiety, but not hang on to it. It's supposed to roll through you. You're not supposed to hang on to it. So how do we do this? We shake, we maybe do some tapping, there's all sorts of ways, and it's finding what's best for you. So how did you get invited or beckoned over to Soma then? What's the story there, Sharon?
Well, it was a universal invitation. That's how I see it. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I usually do my Dr. Joe meditation at that time. And for some reason, I took my phone off at airplane mode, went onto Facebook, saw the advert for the free Soma webinar, which is available through my website. And I did the meditation. Right, I signed up for it thinking, oh, it'll be next week or something, but it started now, and it was just like, oh my God. So I did it, and I had the most, I mean, I've had some amazing experiences with Dr. Joe's work too, but I had all the Kundalini energy going off, I had the flashing white light, I had the most incredible experience. And it was just like, yes, this is the next step. This is what, because Dr. Joe's work also includes some breath work as well, but this, and music, but this combines everything: the dance, the chanting, the music, the drumming, the flute, whatever. You know, Raj, who created the Soma Breath, has a brilliant ear for what music needs to go where, and you're breathing in rhythm, so you're doing rhythmic breathing as well, which brings your heart into heart coherence. So I felt like I was woken up and guided to do that meditation. And then literally I signed straight up for the 21-day process. And then I signed up for the instructors retreat that was in Ibiza a month later. And now I'm in Thailand, and now I'm developing my own Soma Breath meditations to go along with my work with the heart and in utero and all of the good stuff. So yeah, I just love it. And for me, it was an organic next step. But again, I always talk about this as being on the yellow brick road. When you're on the yellow brick road, as long as you just keep following the path, the people, the scarecrow and the lion, and will come to you. You don't get off the road. You don't need to go or do anything other than just keep being on the road and following it. So, and I also had a message given to me in a meditation before that. And basically the message I was given was, you thought that your life purpose was to come here to help people transform their experience of birth. And we can tell you that is just part of your purpose. But now we can tell you that your purpose to be here on earth is to help people connect with their hearts and awaken.
Oh, that's so key. Sharon King is here with us on She Time. I feel like calling you Sharon Queen, actually, but because our hearts, that's where our spirits live. That's where the Shen, the spirit, lives in our hearts. That's our sovereign being, and that is becoming more and more important for us to connect with and to understand and to feel and to get used to. This is who I really am in here. This is my birthright, to be in touch with my heart and my spirit and my soul. And it's this that we use our physical body as a vehicle for our soulful self to come through and do soul spirit work, play. And there's a mighty game right on here on planet Earth, and each and every one of us has got a part to play. And if we're funking up and having troubles and strife and it's getting distracted and all of that kind of stuff, then not only are we suffering, but also we're not able to bring through that coherency into the earth that is needed at the moment.
Yeah. And our heartbeat is linked to the heartbeat, the resonance of the earth as well. So, you know, we're like the cells. I see us like little cells, you know, like we have cells in our body. We're like the cells on Mother Earth, and we're all connected. You know, we can't not be connected to her. And some of the cells are not too healthy right now. And some of them are very, very healthy and you know, helping Mother Earth. So yeah, just to be able to realize that actually we came here to be of service with our heart energy, to be of service to the earth as the earth is a service to us. I didn't realize that the earth actually has a number of wombs. I only found that out the other day, that yeah, it's like actually the reason why we are here is because we get birthed through the earth. The earth actually has wombs. Who knew? So I have fun taking people into the earth, into the womb of the earth in meditations, because why not?
Oh, I just wonder if there's a really quick process we could talk people through here to help them connect with their hearts. What do you reckon?
Yes, I think we could. We could. How long have we got?
Just a couple minutes, two or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
no pressure there then.
Thank you.
If people want a longer process, we'll tell them how to do that.
Yes,
but yes,
absolutely.
Alrighty. So put your hands on your heart. Just feel your heart, and I just breathe in and breathe out through your heart. And it really helps if you breathe out for a longer count than you breathe in. So let's just breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 8. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just imagine now that you're just breathing beautiful golden energy. But also just notice that there is beautiful rose pink energy coming in, spiraling in with that golden energy. So you've got a golden rose pink energy starting to come into your heart. Breathe it in and breathe it out. And keep breathing it in. And this time, breathe it out all the way down through your body, through your legs, and into the earth. Breathing in. So you're breathing in that beautiful rose, pink, golden energy, and you're breathing it down all the way down through your body, out the soles of your feet, connecting to the center of the earth. And just notice as you put your attention on the center of the earth that there is a beautiful rose pink energy being beamed out of a beautiful crystal that's in the center of the earth. And just notice that that crystal is flashing like a heartbeat. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And just notice how that energy gets brighter. And the earth is going to send that energy all the way back up through your legs and into your heart. And your heart and the earth's heartbeat become as one. Be boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Now just feel your heart opening. And you're going to beam that beautiful energy out into the room, filling your energy field and then all the way out into the room. And then send it out to fill the whole of your house, the whole of your neighborhood, the whole of your country. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And just notice that there are other people, other heart lights doing the same thing. And as you join together, that beautiful rose pink golden energy starts to encompass the earth and get bigger and bigger and bigger, going out into the universe. And if you listen very carefully, you may hear the heartbeat of the universe. Allow yourself to receive that. And feel that energy coming in through the crown of your head and into your heart. And now once again, just start to breathe in. And this time we're going to breathe in for the count of 4, and we're going to breathe out for the count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And as you just put your focus on your heart, just notice that your heart feels a little bit safer to open wider, to fill with gratitude, to fill with love. And just thank Mother Earth and thank the universe and thank your body and your heart. Your heart was created about day 12 in your incarnation. So your heart's been with you since almost the beginning. And your heart keeps going every day to support you, to bring you life, to allow you to be here, but it's also here as a guide. So thank you, heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Utterly beautiful. Wow. That's what we needed. You see, you can do it in 3 minutes. Look at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect. It doesn't have to be a full-on retreat, although that's great as well. You can dip into this whenever you need the succor. So how can people find out more about you? Where can they go?
Well, my website's magicalnewbeginnings.com, and if you specifically want to find out more about Soma, then go to the magicalnewbeginnings.com/Soma, or just click on the Soma button on the toolbar. And yeah, have a good look around my website, see if there's anything there that is of interest. I'm just about to run a heart focused healing 3-month retreat, so if anybody's interested in that, they can have a look on my website under the workshops section.
3-month retreat. How are you doing that then? What's going on?
We're doing 1 day a week, just for a couple of hours. So I'm actually personally doing it twice a week, just because of the time zone difference here. So tomorrow we start for the UK and Europe people, and then Wednesday night in America time, and Australia time, it will be on the Thursday morning for them. So I'm actually running it twice a week, but just people are just signing up for once a week, depending on the time zone. So yeah, we're just going to spend a couple of hours just exploring our hearts and looking at all those various different areas that we've just spoken, and just see what we can do to open our hearts more, to feel safe to open our hearts.
And come into the element of truth that is deep in your heart. Each and every one of us has this. So thank you so much, Sharon, for being part of Chi Time. I always adore it when we hang out with one another. Let's do it again.
Yes, definitely.
Good. Now, you have picked a tune that you would like to share with people. So could you tell us what that is and why you've chosen it, please?
Yes, well, one of my most favorite human beings on the planet is a guy called Lee Harris. And he's written a song. I mean, he's an amazing channel, and his music is incredible. He has a beautiful heart, an absolutely beautiful heart. And he's written a song called Inside Love. And I really feel that it's a song for now, but it's a song for past and future as well. So, you know, it starts off talking about, he's questioning, like, how will I know where to go where the wind blows? How will I know how to feel when the change comes? Will I be left alone when the storm comes? You know, he's expressing all the fears, the questions that we have, you know, what's happening? You know, am I going to be on my own? Am I going to be isolated? You know, how's this change going to affect me? And then he reminds you that you're never alone. And we're never alone if we listen. We're never alone if we feel. And we are in this together. We are absolutely in this together, learning how to heal. So
beautiful. Well, those of you who are watching the live on YouTube, you won't be getting that here, but you can find out him he's probably on YouTube, is he?
He's on YouTube, yeah. Inside Love, Lee Harris on YouTube.
But this will be part of your Chi Time this week, going out on UK Health Radio. But if you'd like to know more about what's happening with Chi Time, then do subscribe below, because we will be running these lives pretty frequently now, coming through Truth Speak. So really looking for what the truth is inside each and every one of you. And it's why it's something so great to go, let's just go straight to the heart then. Let's just go to the heart of the matter with Sharon King here today. So absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And good luck with everything that you're doing. I just adore watching you like expand and blossom and be the creatrix that you are. Yes.
Yes. And come to my YouTube channel as well, magicalnewbeginnings.com, because the hour-and-a-half meditation that I did before on going into the center of the earth, that's going to be on YouTube very, very soon. So I think it's going to be uploaded today. So that's a freebie that anybody can just go to YouTube and enjoy.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Good luck with it all. You're welcome. Bye for now.